Hello, my YouTube friends. This is John at Left-Handed Models. And you can probably see behind me to the garage door and see the sun through the break in the door. That'll be fixed on Monday, the 18th of May, 2026. Can't wait. Got everything moved around so they can have access to the doors. There's a big one and a little one. Let's see, I think they're 8 and 16. But anyway, this is a little bench update on a project I took on for me, and uh, it's an airplane build with a catapult, and it's one of the kits I got from the man who passed away, actually his daughter, and so I'll just show you real quick because I know most guys on here, people on here, sorry, are car people. So if you took a look at the thumbnail, then you know what kit I'm building. It looks like on ScaleMates that this kit was made in 1980, and it's one of the kits I got from the man's daughter who is selling what's left of his stash. The catapult part was very easy. On my airplanes, I use a paper clip, a clothespin to hang onto my wires when I do any kind of rigging or threading through things so that I don't lose the end of it. Now, let's see here. If you can, you can't see that, I bet. This thread runs from this little spool here, underneath it, over this spool. Let's see, over that pulley, under that pulley, and under this pulley to come up here. And the way this would work is that would spool and pull this, which actually has a little loop in it that I'll hook to the thread. And this is I think they call this a cradle, and the airplane will sit on the cradle. And it's a Japanese, um, I think it's an early World War II reconnaissance plane, but I'm not positive it's World War II. Well, it must be, because it was launched off this catapult, and then they had to have a crane to pull it back up out of the water. It is almost finished because, except for these little stays, and you can probably tell why I haven't used them yet, because one of them broke and I never found the part. So I'm going to make them out of a little piece of wire. I think I even have brown wire that's going to be correct. The options to painting were to paint it silver as a, what do they call it? Like a staff reconnaissance plane, not a regular Navy reconnaissance plane. And so I decided to paint it silver. I like my airplanes to be different colors, not necessarily all camo. Um, it For its size, it's a 1/72nd scale, and it'll be glued to the cradle, and the cradle will be glued so it doesn't move because the mechanism doesn't work. I painted the bombs, two little bombs. Even though it's a reconnaissance plane, it might need a bomb. And these all struts are all wood colored. Propeller does turn. The exhaust pipes are separate, and it does not say what this tube is, but I'm assuming it's an intake. This one that curls up over here, because it's not attached up here at the top. It's only attached at the bottom. And so I'm thinking that's an intake. The pilot figures are really, really tiny. They really don't have discernible faces. But I went ahead and painted them the brown color, same as the wood, and then painted their helmets black and their faces flesh. And actually, I painted their hands too, but you can't see their hands. There's a machine gun here. This part here is a wind-driven generator. A lot of airplanes had that. I'm noticing if they were of this era. And there's windows here, clear windows on both sides. So I would take it that this person is the observer, gunner, and pilot. I don't know why you would have three people to do that. Why not have the observer also be the gunner? But that's not what they decided to do. Later in World War II, anyway, they had trouble getting pilots. But anyway, the paint turned out good. I painted a chrome aluminum, and it's a Rust-Oleum color, I think. Let's see, where is it? Nope, it's Ace Premium. Ace Premium color, which is probably still manufactured by Rust-Oleum. So not very much detail printing on one of these. I still have to do the decals. I did give them a coat of clear, so I'm hoping that'll hold them together. I haven't found any decal restorer yet. I'm going to let's see what it's called, the Heartland Model Car Nationals in Kansas City at the end of the month, and I'm hoping in May 2026, and I'm hoping to find some decal restorer because stuff like this is probably not going to show up at all, and but it may be enough to have the black lettering and all the roundels, and I don't know where those go yet. The instructions are completely in Japanese. So I went to my browser and actually on my iPad and went into Google Translate and clicked image, and it says, how do you want to get the image? And you can take a photo at that point. And so I flattened this out like this and took a picture of it, and I'll bet it was less than 2 minutes, and it had translated it, the whole sheet, to English. And it's very readable English. It's not, we used to get stuff from Japan that was the American grammar was completely weird. And when Google Translate does it, it doesn't come out that way at all. It comes out decent. Now, one of the things is in the painting, marking and painting guide, and it shows all these little things. It says uh, there's it's the really small parts, and this is on the catapult. So let me show you the airplane because it was really sort of funny once I finally got it translated what it said to me. Oops, sorry. There. So, or maybe it was the catapult. Yes, I think it was a catapult because this was all, once I found out it was either camo or the silver color, aluminum essentially, I wanted the aluminum. But on this, on the painting guide, it pretty much says warship color everywhere. So it didn't matter what color you paint it as long as it's the warship color. So I left it the way it is, and I'll put some floor shine on it to spruce it up a little bit, and the plane also. And the plane will be all glued down, of course. And the next part of the plane before I put the decals on is the rigging. I really don't mind doing rigging at all. It's a nice little challenge for me. It's different than building cars, of course, and it's not really that hard. But I did find some stuff called Easy Line that works out great because it's sort of stretchy, but it's not like elastic. It doesn't lose its stretch and sag over time. So if you get just a little bit of stretch in it, it'll stay taut, at least for a couple of years, because I've got some that are that old. Anyway, I'm hoping for my next bench build, I will build a watercraft of some kind, and I'm leaning towards a submarine, the Japanese mini sub. So please give me a like and a subscribe, and I'll keep all these different builds coming. And thanks for, excuse me, thanks for watching.